Basically, if you haven't updated your bridge.poleschain.com to the newest version, please do that. I noticed this because I use X quite frequently, probably more than healthy to be honest. And I like to think I know what's going on in some ecospheres, eco chambers, environments, complex systems. So make sure you update that one. It's simple as going to bridge.poleschain.com, downloading your relevant, I think it might be a zip file, or you can click on the bridge, which is most probably the most updated one. However, next on the list, if you haven't checked out what's going on with the T-share rate, maybe have to tune into HEXican. Crispy Man, he's got some really good content. Check that out. He can explain it way better than I can, although I do think I understand what is going on. This is interesting as well. In the space, we have I Am Brutes bringing some eyeballs to Poleschain, which is amazing because he appeared on Crypto Banter, I think that is there, which is, one of the larger crypto shows out there. I'm not sure whether they have paid for content or not, but I'm pretty sure they have had the founder of Hex on their Poleschain and PulseX on there previously. So I look favorable towards that, which is good because it's sort of increasing our reach. Now, the next good thing was the Market Watch article that did come out. If I can find it, I think it's the Go Pulse. I'll just cancel out my interruptions for you guys. Okay, now next thing the dogs will probably bark, but other than that, we'll continue on. So we have go.pulse.com. They actually got the scoop, Market Watch. Poleschain unleashes interoperability, transforming the Ethereum landscape with advanced features and inclusive solutions. Very cool. Click on the article, have a read. It might very well get some eyeballs who may not have looked at it previously. I did have a quick brief read on it, and it's literally on marketwatch.com, which is huge. Now, the next thing we have is going back through Discord Syndicate, especially. There has been, and there's probably some I'm forgetting, so if I'm forgetting, apologize. But if you have a look at this is why I call it Team Humanity. We see HEXicans teaming up with the likes of, teaming up, I'm saying they streamed with Gerald Celente, right? Very, very knowledgeable man, in my opinion, through my research, even though it's just pure watching content and understanding and absorbing it. Similar with G. Edward Griffith, another very influential individual, in my opinion, the author of The Creature from Jekyll Island. So if you go back, have a look at that. That might well be, within the HEXican ecosphere, the most recent interview with that individual. I'm not sure if there are any other ones. We also have the NASCAR. There was the NASCAR that took place, funded by the HEXicans. We also have The Highest of Stakes, the movie, again, funded by the HEXicans. We also had the all-time high and bragging rights of 10,000x in about 2.5 years. No one can take that away. The next one is the reason why I'm making Team Humanity HEXican is we're seeing next on Discord Syndicate, Dr. Shiva Ayudurari. Now, I'm probably butchered that name again. I apologize. But what I'm noticing is previously, before being in the HEXican community, I used to follow and used to think I was on Team Humanity, even if it was in my own mind. Now, when I see the likes of Crypto, Richard Hart, Gerald Celente, G. Edward Griffith, and now Dr. Shiva appearing within the HEXican ecosphere, and the likes, I think Roger Stone was interviewed by HEXican, also Laura Luma, and like I said, many others that I'm probably forgetting about. Then we're seeing mainstream articles appear on mainstream outlets, and then we're seeing influencers within the space appearing on other mainstream crypto shows. I can't help but think the tide is slightly turning, and maybe, just maybe, we're entering a new phase of enlightenment within HEXicans, PulseXicans. That is, people who were not once them may become one. Now, the reason I find this so interesting is because, like I said, I like to think I'm Team Humanity, and I like this particular show, love it or hate it. This is what it is. It's just me, you have to deal with it. Dr. Shiva has appeared on this particular outlet, and if you listen to the words they speak on these interviews, if you read the articles, it gives them a platform and it allows them to express what they're thinking, their thoughts, their ideas, like some discourse. Same too with Gerald Salenti. Quite often I actually see him hosting the InfoWars show, and also he has some articles. He also has Trends Journal, his own content, and I'm pretty sure Dr. Shiva, they all have their own channels, YouTube, Twitter, X, etc. Edward G. Griffith again also appeared on the InfoWars show, band.video, and he's able to speak, this sort of fire that is not usually available because of YouTube's sort of movement towards censorship. Now, I like to think these are a part of Team Humanity. I like to think, as regardless of your opinions of this show or myself or Pulse Chain, Pulse X, Hex, Richard Hart, any of us, I like to think that this is a part of Team Humanity, and we might have different ideologies, but ultimately we probably want the same thing: financial freedom and general freedom. Now, this is why I think coming up next, this is where Team Humanity, I'm pulling it from. We saw a space come out where people who were once censored, previously censored on X, were no longer censored. Elon Musk actually went through, he purchased X, which was amazing. Then we saw the likes of the Tate brothers get released from Twitter jail, or X jail. Alex Jones more recently. They even went on a space and spoke for 2 hours. We even saw Vivek, another US presidential candidate, amongst others. Again, not trying to steal credit for this particular stream space, but always go to the original, which I linked in the bottom. However, I did break down if you want to go ahead and have a look. There's also articles on Infowars.com, and there also might be some stuff on mainstream media, but I'm not so sure. So in closing, like I said, Team Humanity, how long until we start to see either the likes of Elon Musk, Alex Jones, the Tate brothers, Vivek appear on HEXican shows, or vice versa? Maybe it's closer than we all think. How long to all-time highs? Maybe it's closer than we think. Because at this point in time, we're seeing updates to the bridge, we're seeing very knowledgeable content, we are seeing influencers punching upwards, which is good to see. We are also seeing mainstream media picking up Pulse Chain. We're also seeing, if you go back through the history of Hex, what has taken place and the sort of things that I think we all stand for, whether you agree or disagree. But also, I'm seeing them tie in with my original beliefs that Team Humanity, which include Dr. Shiva, which include Gerald Salenti, which include, G. Edward Griffith. I can't speak for them, but I like to think we are all on Team Humanity, as well as Elon Musk, as well as Alex Jones, as well as Andrew Tate, as well as Vivek, So that's about it. I'll wrap this one up, and like I said, join Team Humanity today.